So we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on around town as far as where we can eat, where you guys have eaten, suggestions, recommendations. I can tell you just real quick that I've tried to go out and pick up rather than deliver, and I've tried to go to independent restaurants whenever I can. I do have a 15-year-old son who wants to do Domino's and Chipotle as often as he can, but we try to explore the city. Some of my favorite places that I've gone to are Yoshi's on Halsted, which has like an incredible Wagyu burger and other things, kind of Japanese fusion. I went to Tanta, where they had this feast one night. It was kind of like, I think it was $60-something for two people. Ceviche, beef tenderloin, interesting empanadas. I did El Patron, which is way west end, right? And you know, at El Patron, rather than just pick up a bunch of tacos, I actually got tortillas and like a half a tub of their chicken and some pork, and kind of we made it all at home, which was cool. We did angry crab, which is, you know, seafood in a bag. Nuna kebab, which is Persian. Budlong hot chicken. Crab cellar, which is a lettuce place. No, but I mean, like at some point,
someone does not cook.
Yeah.
I mean, no. Well, no. So, like, unfortunately, we've been doing this for a while.
I live in Wicker Park, so I'm a total neighborhoodie. So the places that I've been eating at have tended to be neighborhood restaurants. The place that I picked that I've been going to frequently is Cafe Istanbul. I love that place. It's a Turkish restaurant. I know a lot of times people, they think of Turkish restaurants and they lump them in with your typical kebab and gyro shops, but it's a much, much different type of restaurant. For one, you can't really pronounce anything on the menu, but everything is really, really delicious. So I really loved that place. I'm a big fan of Kimchi Pop, which is on Ashland as well. It's a Korean restaurant. They have like 5 things on the menu or so, but all of them are incredible.
We found that with Alinea, they give you the food and you actually heat it up when you get home, and they give you the whole printout of all the instructions. So I celebrated my birthday during COVID about a month ago, and what we did was we transformed this whole atmosphere behind us, and we made it like it was a date night, right? With balloons all over the floor, and set it out in the right plates and everything. And then with their creme brulee, actually, because like I just wanted to have more fun, even though it was already torched, I actually brought out my flamethrower and added more sugar and burned it at home, so you could get the Alinea experience, right?
Well, as a Chicago public school teacher, we had a strike this year on top of a pandemic and a school shutdown. So I've definitely tried to keep in mind like all the local businesses that decided to help and support and feed teachers while we were on strike. And it feels really good to like order and give back right now in their time of need, and this idea of like they scratched our backs, like of course we can scratch theirs. And so like I've been ordering from Antique Taco. I know I've ordered bags of coffee from Dark Matter. Furious Spoon, although it is a chain, I really love. I think they have really well thought out packaging for pickup and delivery. I've personally like picked up all the food that I've wanted, that I've ordered, but their ramen is still really great.
Virtual dining dates where you coordinate with your friends and you pick up from the same restaurant and you eat Zoom. Has anybody done that?
Actually, we're doing that next week. So it's one of my wife's friends invited us to a virtual pizza party, and my wife's friend's in Florida, and the other wife's friends is in New York, and then we're all gonna pick each other's pizza, and then we're gonna tell each other what kind of wine to drink, and then all do a virtual pizza party together.
Oh, how fun!
Right?
What's the pizza like in Florida, though? I mean, I'm already.
I'm not good, Erica.
Yeah.
I've done like a sort of chops challenge with a bunch of friends where we all picked throughout the week. We decided we'd each like nominate an ingredient, and then Friday night or Saturday night we all had to make a dish out of those 4 ingredients. And then we showed like what we made and we judged on presentation, and you have to eat it, so you could like it yourself. But that was kind of a fun thing.
We've been cooking a ton, actually, because all of the dishes that, you know, I wouldn't ordinarily have time to make, like a bolognese sauce that takes like 4+ hours, now you can do it. So I've been trying to take advantage of being at home and like making a lot of dishes that take a long time and that are delicious.
Community Tavern has been like my go-to. I've ordered from them like several times, and they have it down. Like they have their stuff together, like they have family sizes. It's just, I mean, getting a tin of their papaya salad in like their family size just for me, basically, has been awesome. Bia's Cafe Marianao, that place, like their sandwiches, oh my gosh, they're so good. Like I miss going there for breakfast and like heading there before. I work from home all the time, so it doesn't matter. But I miss their coffee and Cuban steak sandwiches. And we ordered from them there one day, and they're across the street from the high school. Do you know? Schurz, yeah. So I hope they're doing well, because I mean, I would dearly
They're
miss
doing fine.
Okay, perfect.
I live up the street from there, and so yeah, that's one of our spots.
Yeah,
and
I love it.
I mean, I don't know, you know, it was kind of a hangout too.
Yeah.
But we see people going in and out of there all the time, so I think they're doing okay.
Yeah. So that's one of my favorites.
Support the local coffee shops so they come back, because I am sick and tired of drinking instant coffee all day, every day. It's terrible. Mud water.
Cat or a...
Hey, what is happening?
Armadillo's being mauled by a werewolf.
Come on. Sorry. Bye, Sarah.
I mean, I also dearly miss Chinese food. Like, for real, Chinatown is kind of a hike for me, but I broke down after ordering bad barbecue pork, and I went to Seven Treasures and I ordered 2 pounds of barbecue pork, and I did not regret it.
So, hey, Alpana, I have a question, Alpana. So why would a restaurant, and I don't want to make this too broad, but why would some restaurants decide to stay open and do whatever they can, and some restaurants decide just like, let's not do this?
Well, for example, when we decided, like, are we going to do to go or not? I think a lot of it depends on if you have your infrastructure already set up for to go and delivery. And I think that some restaurants, you know, already on Grubhub, like Let Us Entertain You is a great example. Their restaurants across the board are like built for to go, and they've been doing that and investing heavily on the online presence, you know, with Caviar and Grubhub and Seamless and what have you. And then the other thing is, you know, it's hard to pivot all of a sudden if people don't know you as a place to do pickup and delivery and carry out. It's hard to get them to pivot to that. So I think the places that are probably doing carry out right now and went, okay, we'll just switch to carry out, have been doing it already, and they already have that infrastructure in place.
I've seen it as a fun chance too for places that you couldn't carry out from before to now get to do. So we did a couple weeks ago Schwa, which Schwa is just a crazy experience when you're there in person. So I went in and I was next to one guy and we were spaced out, and the chef comes out, everything's plexiglassed up, and he's like, "Who wants a shot?" He just poured a shot of Basil Hayden for everybody. All very
so Schwa.
And so
that is so Schwa.
Just like normal. It was awesome.
Yeah, he probably owes me about 2 bottles of liquor.
Yeah, I think a shot at Schwa is tame for them, so it's nice.
Right.
That's
It's
right.
nice, at least they're trying to give you at least a little taste of what they're all about, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I agree with that, because we've gone to places that are difficult to get into for a reservation, and now we can, you know, get their food. So we went to Galit the other day, So, which is incredible food, Israeli/Middle Eastern. And it's really difficult to get a reservation there ordinarily, but they're doing pickup and they have a great system. You pull up and then you text them when you're there, and then they text you and ask for your license plate and they'll run it out to your car.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, it's spectacular. So we did that, and like I hadn't been able to get in, you know, because I'm busy and everybody's busy, but this was like spectacular food.
That's great.
Wow. That's similar to the system that Royster Next are doing. Where
Right.
you
Exactly.
you drive up there and then, except in that case, they have tablets and then they ask for your name and then they run the food out to you afterwards.
Which is kind of what Alinea is doing, but with Alinea, you have a certain pickup time. So you give them their name and they check you off of a list or what have you. But besides Alinea, what places are doing takeout and delivery and you guys were like mind blown? Why are you doing this? I would have never guessed you would ever do this. Alinea, obviously, because, you know.
Yeah. L Ideas was another one that I thought was interesting that they shifted to takeout. It's a radically different menu. So it's not really an L Ideas experience. It's more of it's the kind of food that we make at home, and then they mass produce it, and then they give you like a very small window, usually like a 10-15 minute window to come in and they get it, and then they bring the food out to you directly. I thought that was interesting.
There's a tamale.
I think it's
We did Parachute, which is not too far away from us. And talk about a local restaurant, right? Supporting a local family. They just opened up Wherewithal too, so which is also fantastic. And we ordered extra Bing bread actually, because I mean it's awesome. So we ended up eating the Bing bread that came with dinner and the extra Bing bread, just two of us that night. So we love it. It was a lot of fun.
I dream about that Bing bread. It is so good.
Good.
They're
So
on
good.
my list of places
Yes.
to order from real soon. I mean, like kind of piggybacking off of what Nick mentioned for like special occasions. Like I also had my birthday last month, and I like always like to think about like really nice downtown restaurants to go to or whatever. And Chef Carlos Gaitan just like opened of his new restaurant Suco, and I thought like, hey, this is a perfect opportunity for me to try out like a new place. Like I had nominated Mitokaya before, and like Zuko gives it a run for its money, for real. And like their cochinita pibil for like my birthday was like really amazing. Their pulpo is like so good. I'm like really into the idea of octopus during this pandemic.
So like funny story, when I actually recommended Giant and Logan for my episode. So sad that they're not doing anything right now, but I went to Suco like right after they opened, and when I was there, kid you not, I text Erica, and so
It's true.
I can only be on the show once because I think I have a new favorite restaurant, because I think their food is so good. It's
Well, look at you now.
By the way, I also texted Erica, but I texted Erica on an Erica recommendation. So I went to Marie's Pizza, which Erica recommended, which was unbelievable, like Chicago style, like tavern style, which is my favorite kind of pizza.
Which is Chicago style pizza, actually.
Exactly. New York guy, whoever New York guy is down there.
Sorry.
Chicago style pizza is the tavern style.
Exactly.
Erica, the Marie's Pizza was like the best example of it. It was delicious.
Oh, it's great pizza. I don't eat anything else there necessarily, but this pizza is great.
Do you still go through the bar? Do you go through the bar to get to the?
No, you go through the liquor store.
It's the most complicated entrance in Chicago because you have to go through like 8 doors.
Right.
And all of them take a different amount of power to open. It's the weirdest place. I love it.
Yeah.
Where is this place?
It's on Lawrence.
Lawrence,
Right.
A little bit west of Pulaski.
So Alpana, I made a note for wine gifts, because when you go in that liquor store, they don't have like normal liquor or normal wine. It's like they have like a Bosnian section, and like I'm like, oh, well, this is great. If I need like a weird wine gift, that's the place.
What is better with thin crust pizza than Bosnian wine? I mean, that's a classic pairing,
Classic
right?
Very good point. Very good point.
It's interesting. I love hearing everybody's strategy when it comes to takeout. And what I keep hearing over the theme is stuff you can't make at home. You know, like I made oven baked ribs the other day. I was so sad. Like you can't make ribs at home. Like you just can't.
Exactly.
You have to go to Smoke Barbecue, or you have to go to like Honey One Barbecue, or you know, you have to go to a barbecue spot. You just do. Like, you know, you have to have like a guy with the hose out back with the pile of wood. You know, you can't do that in your condo on the 21st floor. You know, like,
Yeah, and it doesn't count if it's just baked barbecue or it's just like baked ribs with barbecue sauce. There's a very specific
Do
definition
not use
of it.
charcoal in your kitchen. Not a good idea.
Set off some fire alarms.
That was actually the first place we picked up from.
BTUs on your kitchen stove to do proper Chinese food. Like you actually have to go to a Chinese restaurant and get it properly. And so that's where I think I have hope that people will have these cravings, you know, that yes, I need it, but I can't do it for myself, and I need these people to do it for me.
Yeah. And I think that's typically my strategy. I'm trying to support places that I frequented before all of this happened. Like when I would be in the office until 9 o'clock at night, sometimes I would just hop on the train and on my way home, stop at Handlebar to get food because they're open until like midnight. So their smoked Gouda mac and cheese is kind of special. So, and then with SKY, I just love just their energy and what they're doing, and just really, originally when they started doing delivery, they had like a 2 or 3 mile radius. Now, like as long as you're in like within city limits, we'll deliver to you, which is pretty amazing. So I mean, and then Luella's. How can you get fried chicken delivered to Logan Square from Ravenswood and it's still crispy? That's just kind of like seriously, like really? No, I mean,
Number one food right now is French fries.
I'm sorry, say it again. What did you say?
French fries. That's what people are ordering. That's the number one carryout food. I actually Googled it. What's the top carryout food?
Come on.
Which is shocking.
Wow.
French fries at Yoshi's, I remember saying to my wife, like, oh my God, these are so good.
Burger Point, by where we used to live in South Loop, is their sweet potato fries are so good. I get extra, look at this, I get extra honey mustard sauce just so I can keep it in the fridge. So we go all the way from Lakeview down to South Loop to go to Burger Point. First of all, the burgers are awesome, but those sweet potato fries and the sauce are like the best in the city, for sure.
Well, you know, it's funny because a common comment that we get from people on the show is, well, I can make it better myself, or I can make this at home. And I think a lot of people are discovering right now, no, you can't.
No, you can't.
No matter.
Lie. Right.
She's tough. She's tough. All right, everybody, this has been awesome. We'll put this up on social media or whatever. We'll have people. Cheers to everyone. Thanks for doing this. Check please word of mouth.